If you've ever wondered whether your money is actually working as hard as it could be, this channel exists for exactly that reason. Stick around, because in the next 10 minutes, you're going to understand exactly why a basic savings account might be quietly costing you money, and what smarter people are doing instead. By the end of this video, you'll know what this channel is all about, what you're going to learn here, and how to take your very first step toward making your money work harder for you. Let's get into it. Let's talk about something most people never question. You work hard, you get paid, and at the end of the month, whatever's left over goes into your savings account. Maybe it earns a little interest, maybe it doesn't. Either way, it feels safe, it feels responsible, and honestly, it is responsible, up to a point. But here's the thing nobody really talks about. If your savings account is paying you 1% interest or less, and inflation is running at 3, 4, or even 5% per year, your money is actually losing purchasing power while it just sits there. That's not a scare tactic, that's just math. $1 today buys less than $1 did 5 years ago. And if your savings aren't at least keeping pace with inflation, you're falling behind without even realizing it. Now, I'm not here to tell you savings accounts are bad. They have a real purpose. We'll talk about that, but I am here to tell you there's more out there. And in just a moment, I'm going to introduce you to the full roadmap of what we're going to cover on this channel, starting with the absolute basics and building all the way up. So who exactly is this channel for? I want to be really clear about this, because there are a lot of finance channels out there, and a lot of them assume you already know what a brokerage account is, or that you're already investing in index funds, or that you're comfortable talking about things like asset allocation and tax-advantaged accounts. This channel is not that. This channel is for everyday people. People who are working a normal job, trying to save a little money, and wondering if there's something smarter they could be doing with it. Maybe you've heard terms like high-yield savings account, CD, treasury bill, or money market fund, but you're not totally sure what any of them mean or which one is right for you. Maybe you feel like investing is for rich people, or that it's too complicated, or too risky. Or maybe you've just never had anyone explain this stuff in plain, honest language without trying to sell you something. That's what this channel is here to change. We're going to meet you exactly where you are. No judgment, no jargon, just clear and useful information. And coming up next, I'm going to walk you through the exact topics we'll be covering. Consider it your personal financial curriculum. Here's what you're going to learn on this channel, laid out in a simple progression that builds on itself. We start with the foundation. Things like emergency funds, how much you actually need, and where to keep it. We'll cover high-yield savings accounts, which are one of the easiest upgrades most people can make today. From there, we move into what I call the safe growth zone. This includes things like certificates of deposit, also called CDs, treasury bills and treasury notes, and money market funds. These are tools that most everyday people have never used, but they're not complicated, and they can earn you significantly more than a standard savings account, often with very little or no additional risk. After that, we'll start exploring slightly more dynamic options like I-bonds, Series EE bonds, and short-term bond funds. And eventually, for those who are ready, we'll touch on the basics of investing, things like index funds, and how to think about risk versus reward over time. Every topic will be explained simply, with real numbers and real examples. No fluff, no filler. And right after this, I want to tell you something really important about how we approach risk on this channel, because I think it'll change how you think about your money. Let's talk about risk, because this word makes a lot of people freeze up. When most people hear risk in finance, they think stock market crash. They think losing everything. They think of those dramatic news headlines about economic collapses. And yes, that kind of risk exists. But here's what most people don't realize. There's a whole spectrum of options between a basic savings account and the stock market. There are places to grow your money that are backed by the United States government. There are accounts that are FDIC insured up to $250,000. There are instruments that have been around for decades and have never once failed to pay back investors. The goal of this channel is not to push you toward high risk. The goal is to help you find the smartest option for your specific situation, whether that means earning more interest with zero additional risk, or gradually learning how to diversify and grow your wealth over time at a pace you're comfortable with. We believe that informed people make better decisions. And when you understand how these tools actually work, risk stops being this scary abstract thing and starts being something you can actually measure and manage. Next up, I want to share a little bit about why this channel exists in the first place, because it comes from a real place of frustration with how financial information is usually presented. Here's the honest truth about why this channel was created. Most financial content online falls into one of two categories. Either it's incredibly basic, like yes, we know we should spend less than we earn, thank you, or it goes straight to the deep end. Stock picks, options trading, cryptocurrency, and content designed to make you feel like you're missing out if you're not already doing advanced investing. There's very little in the middle. Very little content designed for the person who has done the basics, who has a savings account, who is not in debt, and who is simply asking, okay, what's next? What can I do with my extra money that's smarter than just letting it sit? That gap is exactly what this channel is designed to fill. We're going to take things step by step. We're going to use real examples with real numbers. We're going to be honest when something has downsides. And we're never going to try to sell you a course, a product, or a get-rich-quick strategy. Just straightforward, practical, honest information. And before we wrap up, I want to give you one concrete thing you can do today, right now, that could make a difference in how much your money earns. Here is your action step for today, and it is genuinely simple. Look up what interest rate your current savings account is paying you. You can find this in your bank's app or website. It's usually listed as APY, which stands for annual percentage yield. If that number is less than 1%, you are almost certainly leaving money on the table. High-yield savings accounts at online banks are currently paying anywhere from 4 to 5% or more in many cases, sometimes 10 to 15 times what traditional big banks pay. Moving money into one of these accounts requires no special knowledge, no risk, and no lockup period. Your money is still accessible whenever you need it. It's FDIC insured, just like your regular account. It just earns more. That one switch alone could mean hundreds of extra dollars per year on money you already have saved. In our very first video, we're going to do a full breakdown of high-yield savings accounts. What they are, how they work, which ones are worth looking at, and exactly how to open one. You won't want to miss it. If this video gave you even one useful thing to think about, please hit the like button. It genuinely helps this channel reach more people who could benefit from this kind of content. Subscribe so you don't miss any of the upcoming videos in this series, and leave a comment below telling me, what is your biggest question about growing your money right now? I read every single comment, and your questions actually shape what videos I make next. Your money deserves better than a 1% savings account, and you deserve to understand exactly what better looks like. I'll see you in the next video.